Greetings and welcome. I'm PsychicMediumRoberto, and I truly hope you are doing well. Spirit may be disgusted with this series of episodes. Trigger warning: the subject matter is of a mature nature and deals with true crime events. Disclaimer: all cases are treated as alleged until proven in a court of law. So following on Diddy and Bieber, Diddy and Jeffrey was pinging on me, and I had done the Jeffrey case a while back, very short reading, because we don't want to swim in the pool of filth for too long. But I thought, let's have a look at their profiles, their date of birth, see what we can learn from these monsters. And then I believe there may be some interesting correlations in their days that they were arrested. And of course, we know Jeffrey's outcome. And of course, there's a lot of speculation at the moment that Diddy could be taken out or slip in the shower, let's rather say allegedly, while picking up the soap. Diddy and Jeffrey. So in the previous episode, I spoke about Diddy. And I would just say, of course, here's the perv, the master perv. Now, this is not to say, let's just be clear, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a 15-6, doesn't mean you're a perv. 15-6 can have 10 different meanings in 10 different contexts. Now that we know, and the the baby oil memes are going to town. Never a dull moment in the fodder factory. I believe, I must just say, when his case broke, and when they said there's 1,000 bottles of baby oil in the closet, that's just the red herring, the piece of cheese that everyone has clung to, right? Let's not get distracted by the baby oil. I would say the overriding theme with Diddy in terms of what he has done is he has the abuse numbers 4. So when the 4 is turned the wrong way in the dark zone, is the abuser. So he is, as everyone is describing currently, the abuser. He is the abuser. Here's the I almost want to say the master abuser number. Well, it is toxic male energy, right? But all of these 4s says he can do men. This number is a bit disturbing because it talks about people that are unalived. So would he abuse bodies? What's that word? A necrophilia, whatever, the Jeffrey Dahmer geek motherfucker, this guy. Get your freak on. 22-4, this is very disturbing. The reason why I'm raising this is related to information I've seen in the fodder machine cycle, right? Except for this number here, there's no discussion of that. This 31-4 is actually going to play an important role. Have a look here, 31-4. In the previous episode, I mentioned skeletons in the closet. And in his case, real skeletons. But it can also allude to, has he already passed? I discovered that this morning. We'll get there. So Diddy and Jeffrey, he is the actual physical abuser. Of course, they both were, but he is the abuser. Whereas in Jeffrey's case, And unfortunately, this does speak about children, yeah. Oh, what I was going to say about this 22-4, I beg your pardon. I saw information regarding allegedly the Willow situation and the family Smith situation, because this number here, 22-4, says sex with families. If we're looking at a deviant, disgusting situation, right? Sex with families. So partners will bring their kids into the mix. And willingly, or just kids on their own. Very disgusting. Jeffrey, on the other hand, he is more of the controlling, maniacal freak motherfucker. See all these threes? He is about control. So here's this horrible number here. 21-3 is, in a crime situation, speaks about abduction, taking against your will, forced. There's it there, 21-3. A very common number, unfortunately, at a crime scene because it involves women. 3 is feminine. So his thing is about controlling, not necessarily having the sex and all that kind of thing. That's, let's call it a byproduct. But he is more about the control of it. Whereas he is more the abuse of it. Here's this 39-12-3. Also a common number at a gender-based violence crime that involves entrapment. And he breaks them down, 21-3. The bastard. But he comes off as the, hey, I fit in the financial world and all the hobnobs with all the big politicians and business people. Prince Andrew, who's going to be evicted soon. I wonder if Charles is using the Prince Andrew story as a bit of a deflection tool as well, while glitchy Kate finds her feet again. So Jeffrey is about control, motherfucker. And this 18-9 year, that is actually, if now that we know what we know, this would also tell me there may be, if I don't know if it's been discovered or not. I'm not making a prediction. I'm just saying there may be some real skeletons in his closet as well. So we got two monsters, one that is about the abuse and two is about the control. I beg your pardon. Diddy and Jeffrey's arrest. I was just thinking, is Diddy going to end up in the same fate? Because that's kind of the rumor mill at the moment as well, that Diddy is going to be unable to pick up the soap anymore. So let's look here. Now, we've gone through Diddy's arrest. Now, I've zeroed his 369, so we can look at it in relation to Jeffrey's, right? What was bothering me in the first read was these double 16-7s. Now, we can argue from a basic numerology point of view, because we've got the 9, it's going to bring around the loop. So, taking that into account, however, we see the 16-7 reveal itself again. And for me, I mean, obviously on a behavioral level, it talks about repetitive bad behavior, right? That is obviously, in this case, illegal. Let's look at Jeffrey. And we'll tie in Diddy. We'll tie in Jeffrey's arrest, July 6, 2019. So we got the 7-6 gives us the outcome 13-4. So we can argue there's the children number. And of course speaks about repetitive behavior. But I'm just wondering about the 16-7, as if we switch optics, because we know he was taken out. There's no mystery there, right? I mean, even in the day that he dies, or as registered, 18-9, murder. Interestingly, on the day that he gets taken out, pings directly on him. All the threes. So in light of that knowledge, because we know his outcome, I'm just wondering if the 16-7 also means an assassination. So in other words, once he's behind bars, because it took a while, even though the FBI was tipped off about this years ago, but everyone was popping off to the island for a great long weekend, motherfuckers. His black book would have registered as an 8.9 earthquake in the higher-ups in New York, maybe, perhaps. It certainly rocked the foundation when poor Queen Elizabeth, her son, has been caught. So I'm just wondering, 16-7, because perhaps we need to do a 3-6-9 on the day, but I can tell you now from his arrest, we have hints of assassination numbers. And if you look at Diddy, he's got the 16-7, and he's got the 16-7 outcome. Because by all accounts, it's all over the place now, right? You see all these photographs from his all-white parties, videos popping up here and there, people deleting their accounts, their ex-accounts. Oh, I got hacked. It's amazing, eh? Everyone got hacked on the day Diddy got arrested. So with Jeffrey's arrest, look at all of these transactional numbers. All the higher-ups were shitting in their pants. 19-10-1. We spoke about, look at these numbers here in these +6, right? So we're getting into the human aspect, all transactional. Comes across as friendly. Oh, this is interesting, actually. Look here. Look at all these control. Oops. Alright, we spoke about the control issue in his date of birth profile. And in Diddy's profile, how sickening. Look at these numbers. How many girls, possibly boys as well, perished because they rejected his egg? And the families involved that were unfortunately desperate for income and money live in shame and guilt, and of course the children that he destroyed. So in Diddy's one, I'm just looking here now, because he's got a lot of these Illuminati penguin people, that there is this monarch mind control going on. And the mind control is, if you're not going to use my baby oil, I'm not going to let you play in my record company. $27,900, $18,900. All, yeah, everyone as well, running around deleting their accounts. I got hacked. Who's that guy that raised, or we thought raised, Bieber? His name's slipping me. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. No, let's not name names. But there's, I can't remember the name now. Usher. Usher's account got hacked. Romp and tomp with poor Bieber there. Only one way to the stage, if you use my baby oil. So here's a Illuminati as well, 22.4 with Jeffrey. So you see the problem here is, and I mentioned this in the Diddy show, it's coming around again. You are whatever level you are in the group of penguin people. Yes, you're independent. You do your thing, There's rules and regulations. But when they go solo artists is when they pull in the rope. I'm in a good space. But what a horrific story. So 16.7 alludes to taken out. Is this going to be the same case for Diddy Do? Two monsters in the same club. And all the other club members are running around frantically. Yeah, they're running around here as well. Running around, having big shouting matches. Getting rid of evidence, 22.4 evidence. 13.4 is deleting evidence. The mind control motherfuckers running around town. See, here's a conflict here. We saw this in the Brooke show, 25.7. Authorities. Yep, all the bigwigs cancelling their golf day. Having private meetings behind closed doors. Don't be fooled by the baby oil distraction tool, by the 39.12.3. Very obvious, by the way, very obvious. And a lot of people have soaked that up. Wow. I didn't think I'll be monitoring these motherfuckers. But what do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? The higher-ups are calling in their cards. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate your time. And yeah, let's leave comments. The Penguin Show, popcorn and candy floss is all over the air, yeah. Stay safe, stay alert. See you in the next one. Bye for now.